luxury living in the heart of Florida, has a new address. Welcome to Balmoral at Water's Edge. Balmoral is an elegantly designed 250-home site gated residential resort. The property is situated on 113 acres with 4 large lakes in the heart of the development. Guests and residents of Balmoral at Water's Edge will enjoy a large, spacious clubhouse, including concierge services, state-of-the-art fitness center, game room with Xbox station and computers, large TV room, and full-service bar and restaurant. Play in the Florida sunshine year-round at our beautifully designed zero-entry pool with separate jacuzzi. You'll enjoy endless hours of fun in our water park with splash pad, water cannons, and so much more. Plus, a vent lawn for movie nights and those special occasions. Inspired by some of the greatest gardens of Britain, Balmoral will be a tranquil retreat for its residents, where families can relax, unwind, play, and live in the calming surroundings of the many parks and gardens that will form an integral part of this community. This ideal resort is made up of spacious 2- and 3-bedroom townhomes, luxury single-family homes, and stunning estate homes from 3 to 8 bedrooms, so you can choose the kind of home that's right for you. No 2 adjacent homes will look the same. In addition, all landscaping will be designed and maintained by the Homeowners Association to maintain pristine conditions year-round. Plus, the resort will include on-site property management and guest relations from the Balmoral Clubhouse. Balmoral is located in the fast-growing town of Haines City, just off Main Highways 27 and US 1792, with easy access to I-4. Balmoral is only 30 minutes from the world's most famous theme parks and 40 minutes from the Orlando International Airport. Balmoral at Water's Edge is the most recent community being developed by world-class, internationally connected development and real estate firm Feltrim Group. Feltrim Group has built an extensive portfolio of masterfully designed communities and mixed-use commercial projects throughout Central Florida over the past 20 years.
I can sit here and tell you about all the wonderful aspects of Balmoral at Water's Edge, from our lakes, our parks, and our fantastic clubhouse. But I want you to take the time and come and visit Central Florida, enjoy all the area attractions we have to offer here, enjoy the 300 days of sunshine, and on top of that, take the time to visit us at Balmoral at Water's Edge. Thank you very much.
For more information, visit us at feltrimgroup.com. Balmoral at Water's Edge, luxury living in the heart of Florida.
Orlando's theme parks are renowned the world over. With so much to see and do, we're going to check out each of the parks one by one. Walt Disney World Resort is the largest theme park complex in the world. Twice the size of Manhattan, it includes 4 distinct theme parks and 2 water parks. Fronted by its iconic castle, the Magic Kingdom offers entertainment, classic attractions, parades, fireworks, and of course, your favourite beloved Disney characters. At Disney's Epcot, you can journey through 11 nations of the world, or step into the future with incredible attractions filled with technological innovation. Disney's Animal Kingdom is the world's largest animal-themed park with more than 500 acres of attractions, including an awe-inspiring safari ride.
Oh, yeah!
And Disney's Hollywood Studios provides guests with a taste of Hollywood-style action with live shows, one-of-a-kind attractions, and backstage tours. For water lovers, Disney's 2 water parks, Typhoon Lagoon and Blizzard Beach, both offer thrill-of-a-minute fun. Connect with the sea at SeaWorld, where you'll experience up-close shows, thrilling rides, and encounters with the ocean's most extraordinary inhabitants. You can play side by side with the sea at Aquatica, SeaWorld's one-of-a-kind water park. And SeaWorld's Discovery Cove provides an all-inclusive dolphin swim day resort experience. Universal Orlando Resort features two amazing theme parks, Universal Studios Florida and Universal Islands of Adventure, offering unparalleled action, thrills, and excitement. Universal Studios Florida is the world's premier movie and TV-based theme park. It takes visitors behind the scenes, beyond the screen, and into the action, making you the star. Universal's Islands of Adventure is home to innovative rides, shows, and interactive attractions that challenge all your senses. It's home to the wizarding world of Harry Potter.
Hello and welcome to the Business Reporter. I'm Alistair Greener and today we're discussing the investment opportunities of property in Orlando and Central Florida. And joining me is Garrett Kenny from Feltrim Group. Good morning.
Good morning, Alistair.
So when we're looking to invest in property, what are the sort of questions we should be asking?
Alistair, I think it does fall on those three famous words: location, location, location. And in Orlando, Florida, we definitely have the location.
But you say that we still hear about so many property businesses failing.
Yes, Alistair, you're correct. But, in business, there are no free lunches. And it's very, very important that the buyer will do some of their own research. Research is a very, very important key factor, not just on the area, but on the property as well.
The thing is, you can do that research if it's in your own city or in your own country. I mean, this is long distance. How can anybody be sure that they're getting the right information by doing that?
Alistair, local expert knowledge. Like, the internet is a great tool. You've got a lot of photographs, a lot of images, a lot of good stories, but nothing will ever substitute the local expert knowledge, knowing exactly what's on the ground and where exactly is the good locations versus the bad locations.
The only thing I see with that is that you've got good experts and bad experts in local areas. How can you spot the difference?
In any business, Alistair, you've got the good and the bad, and it's very, very important that the buyer asks hard questions of the so-called expert. How long has he or she been in the business? Are they operating in that particular area for a given period of time? Like myself, as an example, I'm operating in Orlando for close to 19 years. I'm no good in Miami. I'm not good in other parts of Florida, but I consider Orlando my backyard, and I know my backyard.
Okay, well, let's talk about that area, your backyard, as you call it. What is it about that area that makes it so attractive?
I think I'll give you one figure, Alistair, and that is 62 million visitors in 2014. New York had 48. So that'll give you some idea of the amount of visitors that we have yearly into the Central Florida market.
So how can you put a measurement on the value of the market there in Florida?
Well, maybe it's not me that will put the measurement, Alistair, but when I tell you that the Orlando airport has announced this year a $1.5 billion expansion to cater for further growth over the next 10 years. Disney, as an example, the Disney company spend just under $2 billion a year in marketing the area. All those companies have done a lot of market research to be able to show that they are quite confident in spending the money they're spending for the Orlando area for it to grow over the next number of years.
Okay, so let's say you've convinced me, I'm a potential buyer, and I come to you for advice and help. Talk me through the process. What's actually going to happen from here?
We can always do the phone call, we can always do the email back and forth, but Alistair, if you're really serious, I recommend you jump on a plane and you come out and you visit the area. When you come out to Orlando, we're not just going to take the time to show you a 3-bedroom house, a 4-bedroom house. We're going to show you the area and all the economic activity that's happening in that area. That's very, very important for you as a buyer to understand what exactly is happening in that area.
And typically, how long would it take to find a property that's suitable?
If you're a serious buyer, Alistair, and you've done a little bit of work in advance, like by either phone or email with ourselves, honestly, 3 to 4 days would be the maximum. Usually take the first day to look at the properties. By the end of that first day, you'll have a very, very good feeling as to what you want to buy. Then we'll help you open a bank account, talk to the tax advisors, maybe apply for a mortgage if you need one. So 3 to 4 days is a good time frame to make a commitment.
And then it comes to the decision-making process. How much time do we have for that?
Well, Alistair, I don't want it to appear as a sales technique, but like good properties do sell. And that doesn't necessarily mean Orlando. No matter where you are, a good property will always sell. So it could be there tomorrow, it could be there next week, it might be there in a month's time. But if it's a good property, it meets the criteria that you've been looking for, you can buy that property within a week or 2 weeks, depending on how serious you are when you want to make that commitment.
The skeptics amongst people are going to remind you of the financial crash that affected the property business, and they're going to be a little bit nervous as a result of that. So how do you see the current state of the market and then look forward into the future to, say, the next 3 to 5 years?
Very, very good question, Alistair. And I think, let me give you an example. The state of Florida is slightly bigger than the UK when it comes to land mass size. Population of the UK, about 67 million. Population of Florida, 20 million. Florida is the third most populous state in the USA. California, Texas, and then Florida with 20 million. When you have got the likes of Disney, Universal, all the major theme parks investing money in the area, one example would be Universal. I think they recently, when they opened the Harry Potter Phase 2, they invested 300 million in that venture. Alistair, those big companies are doing your market research. They are pouring in millions upon millions into the local economy. That's certainly good enough for me when I'm investing in my real estate in the Orlando area.
Well, it's been a fascinating insight into the property values and market in Orlando and Central Florida. Garrett Kenny from Feltrim Group, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Alistair. Thank you very much.
Welcome to the gated community of Tuscany Preserve, the crown jewel of Point Siena. Tuscany Preserve is a well-appointed community of 500 homes featuring villas, townhomes, and single-family homes. The current section of the community being developed by Feltrim Group will be made up of 3 to 4 bedroom townhomes and 2-bedroom villas. Located in Point Siena, one of the fastest growing cities in Central Florida, Tuscany Preserve is just minutes away from major highways I-4 and US 192. Tuscany Preserve will be right at the heart of 2 new major highways, Central Polk Parkway and Point Siena Parkway. It will also be conveniently located near the last planned stop for the commuter rail, Sunrail, which will link Point Siena to local areas, including the city of Orlando. Situated among acres of natural beauty, Point Siena offers a country atmosphere with city amenities, big lake fishing and boating, horseback riding, golf and tennis, great community schools, a new state-of-the-art medical center, as well as shopping, dining, and entertainment are right in your backyard. Located a short distance from Walt Disney World, Universal Studios, Legoland, and SeaWorld Orlando. There are also several major companies located in the Point Siena area, like Lowe's, McLean Sun East, and Gatorade PepsiCo. Leading the way in the development of Tuscany Preserve is world-class, internationally connected development and real estate firm, Feltrim Group.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Tuscany Preserve at Lake Marion. Tuscany Preserve is a great area for residential living and for the family that wish to come on vacation. As a company, we believe there is a lot of growth coming to the area. Tuscany Preserve at Lake Marion is the next project by Feltrim Developments. We're really looking forward to it and hoping to see you here in Central Florida pretty soon.
Tuscany Preserve is the perfect gated community to call home, featuring a well-appointed clubhouse and gym. Soak in the Florida sun while lounging around the large swimming pool area. Hot tub with separate kiddies pool. As a resident of Tuscany Preserve, you'll enjoy access to Lake Marion Fishing Pier with boat slip in nearby Lake Toho. Tuscany Preserve offers a variety of townhomes and villas for you to choose from. Townhomes ranging from 1,450 square feet to 1,950 square feet and feature 3 to 4 bedrooms with 1-car garage. This beautifully designed 3-bedroom townhome is perfect for the growing family, retired couple, or investors alike. The open floor plan has a combined family and dining room with a well-appointed kitchen that has plenty of cabinet space. The master bedroom comes with a private bath and walk-in closet. 2-bedroom villas are available from 1,056 square feet, featuring an open floor plan with living and dining areas, a modern kitchen with sleek stainless steel appliances, plus 2 generous-sized bedrooms. This is a great opportunity for a first-time homebuyer, investor, or those looking to downsize. Tuscany Preserve. It's all right here in Poinciana and waiting for you to call home. Tuscany Preserve, the ultimate in luxury, lifestyle, and location.
Welcome to Orlando Matters on your Saturday morning. Today, we're talking real estate. We're talking politics. First up, real estate is back. After several years of fears when it comes to buying and selling, we are the hotspot in the country once again. But why? We'll discuss a few issues that could impact your property values this morning. Welcome back to Orlando Matters. Today we are talking real estate. We have author Garrett Kinney. He's the author of a new book called Buying and Owning Property in Central Florida. Congratulations on the new book. Great to have you here.
Thank you, John.
Appreciate you being here. It's interesting, too, because buying and owning property here in Central Florida is different than most everywhere else in the country for a number of reasons. You've been a developer. You've been all over the place. Explain why it's so different here in Central Florida for people.
John, no matter where you go to buy property, there's that key word that we use all the time. Location, location, location. And here in Orlando, we definitely have that location.
What I find interesting is when you're talking real estate in other cities where I've actually worked, you're talking about people who are just circulating. You know, somebody moves from the west side of town to the east side of town, or a job brings them in. But here in Central Florida, you're able to market worldwide, right? Where are you marketing properties right now?
Our expertise and our business, John, 95% of our business is selling to the overseas market. Predominantly before the crash, it was mainly UK and Ireland, but since the crash, we are in Canada, we're in South America. We're getting a lot of buyers from China now into Central Florida.
It's truly amazing how you're not just marketing here. You can produce a video, you can put a flyer together, send it around the world, and you've got interest that quickly. It's so unique, I think.
It's amazing because now our videos are produced in Chinese, are produced in Portuguese. So yeah, that's what we got to do to get the business.
So what are you seeing right now in our market?
I'm seeing a bigger increase from Brazil and China. The Chinese buyers that we would have dealt with 2 years ago, I have to say predominantly we're looking at California. But now they've very quickly learned what you buy in California for $1 million is $500,000 or less here in Central Florida.
I know a lot of people from foreign countries will also buy a place where they can come for maybe a month, maybe 2 months at a time, and they rent it out the rest of the time. And I know a lot of people in Central Florida also interested in investment properties. Well, what are you seeing in the investment property market right now?
You've got two types of buyers, John. You have predominantly the investor. He's going to be just looking at the figures. You know, what does it cost to me? What return am I getting? Then we have what we call the lifestyle buyer, the one that you've sort of referred to, that predominantly they want to buy a home here in Central Florida. They want to use it 2 or 3 times a year. But when they're not here, then they rent it out. And that's what we offer our clients from around the world. We basically offer them a one-stop shop. We sell, we rent, and we manage.
What are people saying about the market right now? Are they worried about Central Florida? Because we have seen, let's be honest, we've seen, Rick Singh just said we saw a 12% property value increase in Orange County last year. Some other neighborhoods are seeing upwards, property values going up 50, 60, over the past couple of years again. Does that worry you from the real estate side?
Obviously, too much growth too quickly can be worrying for anybody. But we still have a long way to get us back to where we were in 2008 when we were at the height of the market. So America and Florida seem to be stable. That's what the outside world looks at. And that's the only way I can talk to you, because most of our business is coming from outside the US. When you're in South America, you're looking at the US as a stable economy. When you're in China, look at what happened in the last 2 to 3 weeks with the Chinese stock market. We've had a dramatic increase in the last 10 days coming from China, whereas a couple of weeks before that, it had slowed down.
Yeah, it's funny. We sometimes think that we're on a roller coaster, but compared to other countries, Greece, for example, we're extremely stable when it comes to that. What do people say over there, though? Are there worries, or what's the number one selling point for Central Florida when you go to talk to somebody from Brazil? Is it all just about climate and beaches?
Safety of investment. Like what I've learned in dealing with Brazilian investors over the last 6 months, a lot of the rules and regulations, like I'm a developer. I took out a report one day and showed them a 100-page environmental report on one of our projects. They were amazed. They don't have that same reporting in Brazil. So when I've explained to them the way we do development here in Florida, we follow a set of rules, they're amazed, because they don't have those rules and regulations. Here is a very safe place.
I want to stop you there, yeah, because that sounds like a hassle to developers here. And I've talked to developers before who say, there are too many rules in place. But looking at it from afar, it does ease some of your concerns if you're thinking about buying, because everything's been taken care of, right?
Correct. That is correct. Like here, there is a system. There's a system. You know the rules of the game. So when you go to play that game, as long as you abide by the rules, you'll deliver a good project at the end.
What are you seeing in the future here for our market?
One of the things now we're rolling out, John, is a complete vacation resort made up of single-family homes. A lot of the time in the past, they'd come in, they'd buy a home here, a home there. We're building a resort that's going to be 250 vacation homes, ranging from 3 beds right up to 8 beds. And we will have all management on site.
Wow.
So you as an owner?
Yeah.
You've got the management already there taken care of.
And even, I mean, we talked about this during the break, too. You have some of the best companies in the world doing the marketing for you. We're talking Disney and Universal. They're advertising all over the world saying, hey, come to Orlando. This town's not going down anytime soon, that's for sure.
That's a question I've been asked while in the UK about, marketing of the properties, and I say exactly what you've just said. Look at what Universal spent just on the Harry Potter alone. Disney are now talking about Star Wars and revamping Hollywood studios. Those guys are spending big money. They've done immense market research, and I think what we have at the minute as 62 million visitors, we're going to see great increases in the coming years.
All right, very quickly. A lot of people I hear from always say, I think I missed it. I should have bought it a year ago. What do you say to people like that?
Okay, I don't look at real estate as a 12 or a 24-month hit. When I talk to people, I talk about real estate as a 5 to 7 year. There's a lot of countries you go and the real estate spikes down and up. Florida is fairly stable, okay? Apart from, obviously, we had the big crash that encompassed the whole world. But I tell people, if you look at Central Florida and you factor in a 6 to 7% appreciation each year, I don't think you'll be let down in the long term.
That's pretty amazing. All right, again, the book is called Buying and Owning Property in Central Florida. Where can people find it if they want to check you out? Do you have a website, or what's the best way?
It's on my website at feltrimgroup.com. It's also available on Amazon.
All right, check it out. Gary Kinney, thanks for being here today. Do appreciate it.
Thank you, John.
Nice to meet you.
Good meeting you.
All right, we'll be back to wrap up the show right after this here on Orlando Matters.